One of the reasons why I started this is also I felt the health benefits from it. After consuming it on a daily basis, I started noticing improvement in my digestion and also my skin condition. I used to struggle with this skin condition called psoriasis. For those who do not know what psoriasis is, it is actually a skin condition that gives me very flaky red patches on my skin, which is very itchy. So I've been struggling with this since young. And after I started consuming kombucha, I realized I healed almost 90%.
Wow.
Like the patches on my elbow were all gone, and the patches on my neck, there is still a very small patch there, but it has gone significantly, it has healed very significantly. So yeah.
Kombucha, from what I read, it has a rich history dating back to the Qing dynasty. With the Chinese, they call it the magical potion of life. Can you share with us what exactly is kombucha? Like you said, it's fermented tea and what else?
Kombucha is a fermented tea that is made out of sugar, tea, and everything nice. Everything nice, the byproducts from the fermentation, which is the bacteria, the yeast, and also you receive antioxidants, things like that. So the taste profile of it's very sweet and sour, and also it's fizzy. So the fizziness comes from the natural fermentation of the tea. Yeah, so everything is very magical per se, and I always tell people how does kombucha come about, because everyone is intrigued how it came about, and I always call kombucha some sort of an agriculture. Like you take the sugar, you take the tea, you plant it, and then you brew it, and then it's like planting it, and then you take the seed, which is the Scoby, the symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast, to ferment the sugared tea, which in turn give you the produce, which is all the good bacteria that's in the tea. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about the process. What is the process of making kombucha? Like how long it takes from preparation to a finished product?
It takes around 2 to 3 weeks to ferment the tea. So it depends. We actually gauge this by looking at the pH level of the tea. Once it reaches a certain kind of pH level and sugar level, and that's when we know we can harvest it and bottle it. So, from the quantitative side of things, this is what we do. But on the qualitative side of things, I am the taste master. So I will taste every batch of kombucha every morning to see whether it is of the best balance, so that my consumers get the best out of the kombucha as well. Yeah.
And for those watching on YouTube, Jia, you have brought a jar with you that you want to show to our viewers. If you're on Spotify, you can head on to YouTube to watch a kombucha in the making. So she's pulling up the jar right now.
Yeah, so this is a small jar. It's around 5 liters or so. So basically we have large jars of this in shelves right now.
Yeah.
So basically step number 1 is that we actually boil the tea with sugar.
Yes.
And after this sweetened tea cools down, we transfer it into a glass jar, and then we add on some starter tea, and we will put in our seed, our secret ingredient, which is called the Scoby, which is for short for symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. So this is the Scoby. Can you see it, Castle?
It's so huge. Wait,
Yeah, so
it looks
I
like a
always-
squid, like a dry squid. Is that a correct way of putting it?
I always describe it as like a oversized pancake in a gelatin form.
Yes.
Yeah. So Yeah, so it follows the shape of the jar. So we put it in, it will ferment for 2 to 3 weeks until it reaches a certain pH level, like I said earlier. It will produce all the good bacteria, enzymes, things like that. So it eats up the sugar and the caffeine from the tea to produce all of these ingredients. And voila, it actually like multiplies. It will
Produce more
produce
Scoby.
another Scoby actually at the end of the fermentation. Yeah. And yeah, that's how you get the sourness from it, because it's all from the fermentation. Even the carbonation is all from the fermentation as well.
So the Scoby just keeps on multiplying, and then you just keep on putting in new jars to make more tea, which in the end you
Yes.
take it to mix it with flavors like ginger and like lemongrass to become the final product at Jboocha.
Yes, correct. So that's what we do.